Joseph Kechichian is a writer on Middle Eastern affairs, joins me live from Beirut. So it's still not clear what Turkey's response is likely to be, considering the sensitivity of this. What route do you think they'll take?
Well, this is not the first time that the sovereignty of Turkey has been baffled since this uprising in Syria started. In the past, the skirmishes occurred on the land border between the two countries, but here we have an escalation, obviously, with the shooting down of this aircraft. But isn't it more the sovereignty of Syria that's being questioned here?
Well, of course it is. Both countries are engaged in a cat and mouse game, but the Syrian argument is, it has always been essentially, that it is fighting against foreign intervention, that the uprising is the work of foreign countries trying to essentially strangulate it, and that the uprising is the work of terrorists that are being supported by outsiders. And let's not forget that many of the defectors during the past 15 months from the Syrian army have in fact moved into Turkey, into southern Turkey, and they're operating out of there. So therefore, the two countries are antagonistic with each other, and this is just another escalation.
There seems to be two schools of thought here, that Turkey was possibly testing Syria's airspace, or that it was being intentionally provocative, because this could lead to some kind of response from NATO, couldn't it?
Well, of course, we don't know the answer to that question. It's, reading minds is not necessarily a healthy engagement in this activity. But it seems to me that if it is a testing process going on, we have now the evidence that the Syrian air defense systems are up and running. And therefore, NATO forces from Turkey will have to be a lot more careful in the future if they want to engage the Syrian army and the air force in a decisive way. However, I think that in any Syrian-Turkish clash in the future, I don't think that the Air Force will play such a decisive role. If there's going to be some kind of a confrontation between the two countries, it will have to come on the land. We're not there. This could have been just an accident. It could have been a minor skirmish. It could have been pilots going off radar. I mean, there could be a number of different reasons. We just don't know the full answer at this point.
But do you think the time is now right for some sort of international intervention? There were always concerns of the impact that this would have on the region, but if you see how Lebanon is being drawn in, is it the right time now?
Whether it is the right time or not, it only depends on what the United Nations is going to make a decision to actually intervene. The Turks have repeatedly stated that they would not take any measures unless they have either the United Nations Security Council backing them, or at least NATO backing them, as was the case in the Libyan situation. You're right that the regional situation is a lot more complicated. The impact on Lebanon, on Jordan, even on Iraq is significant. But I think that Turkey will move very cautiously. It will not take a decision alone. It will need to have the backing of the international community.
Good talking to you, Joseph. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
My pleasure.